What if I told you that most men lose a woman's respect before they even say hello? Not because they're unattractive, not because they're broke, but because they unknowingly project low value through their energy, posture, tone, and choices. It's not about wearing designer clothes or driving a Lamborghini. It's something deeper, something psychological, something primal. Women are wired biologically and emotionally to read beneath the surface. They don't just listen to what you say. They feel who you are. And in those first few moments, they decide leader or follower, protector or pretender. High value or disposable? Sounds brutal. That's because it is. This video is not about game. It's not about manipulation. It's about mastery. Mastery over your emotions, your energy, your direction, and how women instantly perceive all of it. Because let's be honest, have you ever been in a room and seen a woman's attention instantly snap to another guy? Even though he wasn't the best looking, you think, what does he have that I don't? This is what he had. Presence, purpose, boundaries, gravity, indifference. These 5 traits scream value before you even open your mouth. Let's start with the first and most misunderstood. Imagine this. You walk, frame control, the silent language of power into a room. You don't speak. You don't try to impress. You simply exist. And the atmosphere shifts. People glance, they pause, not because of what you said, but because of the unshakable energy you carry. This is frame control, your ability to remain internally grounded no matter what chaos swirls around you. Women are highly attuned to this. They instinctively test for it. They want to feel that a man cannot be rattled by the world or by her emotions. Frame control doesn't mean you're cold or arrogant. It means you lead your own internal state. If she's upset, you stay calm. If others are loud, you remain composed. If someone disrespects you, you respond with strength, not outbursts. It's what Stoicism teaches. Control yourself or be controlled by everything else. Women feel secure around a man whose emotions don't swing with the wind because in a storm, she doesn't want another leaf. She wants an oak tree. And here's the funny thing, ever notice how a guy wearing the most ridiculous outfit can still radiate confidence? Yeah, it's not the outfit, it's the aura. Frame control is the difference between looking confident and being confident. And it only gets stronger when you feed it with purpose. Purpose. The most seductive energy on earth, let me be blunt. A man without purpose is a man chasing people. A man with purpose, people chase him. And women, they don't just notice, they feel it. You could be quiet, introverted, even mysterious. But if you carry the energy of someone building something bigger than himself, she will lean in. Her curiosity will light up like a flame. Purpose is primal. It tells her this man has direction. He has focus. He can provide, protect, create. Even if she doesn't want you to provide for her, that instinctual respect remains. It's not about being rich. It's about having a mission. It could be your fitness journey, your business, your craft, your growth as a man. Whatever it is, it should be something that pulls you out of bed with fire in your chest. Because when you have something to lose, you behave differently. You speak less, listen more, you take your time. You don't tolerate nonsense. Women feel that restraint and they respect it. If she texts, "What are you doing?" and you say, "Working on a project," that lands differently than just chilling. One says you're a man on a mission. The other says you're just available for anything. Want to know the fastest way to look low value? Be too available. The irony, when you stop making her the center of your world, you become the most attractive man in hers. Unless your purpose is collecting NFTs of cartoon frogs, in which case she might still respect it, but she's not texting back. But even with deep purpose and strong frame, there's one trait that can destroy a man's perceived value in seconds. And that's failing to enforce his 3 boundaries, the hidden signal of masculine worth boundaries. Let's go deeper. You can lift weights, drive a fast car, make 6 figures. But if you can't say no to a woman, you are not high value in her eyes. Why? Because boundaries are your internal price tag. They reveal how much you value yourself. Every time you allow a woman to disrespect you, even slightly, you lower your value. She jokes about you in front of friends and you laugh it off. She flirts with other men to test you and you pretend you're cool. She crosses a line and you don't speak up. That's not strength. That's fear disguised as chill. Here's the truth. If you won't protect your standards, she'll lose trust in your leadership. Not consciously, subconsciously. And once her respect drops, attraction follows like a shadow. High-value men hold their ground. Not with yelling or dominance, but with calm, unapologetic clarity. You don't beg. You don't explain. You decide what you tolerate and walk away from what you don't. Why? Because your time, energy, and attention are assets, and not everyone gets access. But what if you have boundaries, purpose, and frame? And yet, she still seems unsure about you. She's intrigued but not chasing, respectful but not fully invested. Have 4. Emotional gravity. The pull she can't explain. You ever been around someone who makes time feel different? The world slows down. Your thoughts go quiet. You're drawn in without knowing why. That's gravity. For women, emotional gravity is more powerful than status, looks, or money because it taps into their deepest craving, emotional depth. See, the average man lives on the surface. He talks about himself, his job, his car, his gym routine. But the high-value man knows how to connect beneath the surface. He listens like he's reading a novel. He speaks with pauses, with weight, with stillness. His words feel intentional. His silences feel loaded. His presence feels safe, but dangerous in the best way. Women crave this. They didn't want just a fun time. They want to feel something, to be seen, understood, stirred. And no, you don't get emotional gravity by being needy, oversharing, or talking about your feelings every 5 minutes. You build gravity by doing the work outside of women, reading deeply, sitting with your pain, thinking before you speak, holding space for silence. It's the difference between the man who needs attention and the man who commands attention by simply existing. Here's a secret. The man with emotional gravity makes her feel like she's Theon being studied. She leans in to decode you because mystery, silence, and calm presence whisper. There's more beneath the surface. She wants to dive in, and when she feels like she's earning your inner world, she becomes obsessed. But even emotional gravity can be undone. If you fail at the final, most overlooked trait of all, let's break A5, selective indifference, the power she can't manipulate myth right now. Women don't want a man who always cares. They want a man who cares selectively. A man who gives his attention not because she's beautiful, but because she's earned it. Here's what female psychology won't tell you out loud. A man who reacts too quickly loses value instantly. Text her too fast. She wonders, why is he so available? Over-explain yourself? She thinks he's trying to impress me. Get emotional every time she pulls away. She knows I've got him. Women are drawn to the mystery of a man who doesn't flinch, who doesn't panic when she pulls back, who doesn't spiral when she tests his value. This isn't cruelty. It's selective indifference. It's the art of remaining internally grounded, even when she's unpredictable, especially when she's unpredictable. Here's a powerful truth. The moment a woman knows she can control your emotions, she loses emotional interest. She may stay physically, but mentally she's already walking. Selective indifference says, I'm interested, but I won't chase. I care, but not more than I care about myself. You're special, but not essential. This terrifies insecure women and deeply attracts mature ones. It's stoic, it's masculine, and it's rare. Think of it like this. You're not the golden retriever sprinting to the door. You're the lion, glancing up slowly, measuring what's worth your energy. Now let's tie it all together. When you live with frame, you control how you respond. When you move with purpose, she feels your momentum. When you enforce boundaries, she respects your core. When you carry emotional gravity, she gets addicted to your depth. And when you master selective indifference, she can't predict you. And that mystery drives her wild. These 5 traits aren't tactics. They're a lifestyle, a mindset, a transformation from being a man who reacts to a man who leads. Women don't just want love. They want to follow a man who's worth following, and that's you if you choose to become it. But wait. What if you already lost her respect? What if you broke frame, chased, folded, and now she's gone cold? Can you get it back? The answer is yes, but it's not what you think. There's a psychological twist to female attraction, one that most men never discover until it's too late. If this video sparks something in you, if you're ready to stop chasing and start attracting, make sure to subscribe for more deep dive content on dating, female psychology, and stoic wisdom. And drop a comment. Which of the 5 traits do you feel you need to build first? I read everyone. This isn't just about women. This is about you becoming unshakable, irresistible, and high value by design. Until next time, stand firm, stay grounded, and protect your frame.